My unit lesson is on numbers and operations in base 10, grade level 2, understanding place value. The unit objectives are that students should know and understand the place value in 1, 2, and 3-digit numbers. They should understand that the place of the number determines the value. They should be able to count by ones, tens, and hundreds and understand that 10 ones makes up 10 and that 10 tens makes up 100, etc. Students should be able to recognize place value and deconstruct and construct numbers by hundreds, tens, and ones. Lesson plan number 1, integration of literature. We will begin by reading the book Place Value by David Adler, which is a fun book about monkeys baking the biggest banana cupcake ever. Students need to get the amounts and the recipes correct. For instance, the book shows the difference between 216 eggs versus 621 eggs, and it shows how place value matters. We will also watch a short video on place value. And since this is the first lesson, we will review number sense of place value and the base 10 number system. We will review what students learned in kindergarten and first grade, and we will discuss place value with ones and tens and review mathematical vocabulary related to place value. Our activity will be group work using bags of tens. Students will empty bags and count the contents. After counting, they will group as many tens as possible and report their findings. And for additional practice, they will have worksheets to complete. Lesson plan number 2, more practice with place value. We will begin by watching a short video on place value. This video is unique because it compares place value to the rooms of a home and who would be staying in those rooms. Again, we will review vocabulary, and guided practice will be whole class work using value mats and cards to solve problems by determining the place value of the different numbers presented. Independent practice will be worksheets on 3-digit place value showing blocks representing numbers. Students will be using base 10 blocks as a tool. Lesson number 3, including the writing component. This lesson moves from counting ones and tens to include counting 100s. Again, students will watch another short video about place value, trading tens for hundreds. Guided practice will be solving base 10 riddles, and during independent practice, students will be given the task of coming up with 4 riddles of their own and answering and giving explanations on how they came up with the answer. Lesson number 4, STEM integration. We will begin by reading the book 100 Bugs, written by Kate Narita. This is a fun counting book that reinforces place value. Using numbers on the board, I will write a number and one student will need to act out the math story by moving cups from a resource table to a math table. As we choose bigger numbers in the hundreds and thousands, students will imagine and act out moving that many cups with their arms from one table to the next. The class will then verbalize how many cups by viewing the number on the board and speaking it out loud. They will have whiteboards of their own to write the number and create a math story. During independent practice, they will create math stories of their own. Next, we will do a hands-on project, including engineering and design. They will use straws, cups, and rubber bands, and students will be challenged to create an insect hotel with more than 50 rooms. They will represent numbers using bundles of 10 straws. Once their houses are complete, they will fill out a worksheet with questions such as, how many rooms does your hotel have? How many bundles of 10 rooms? How many single rooms does your hotel have? Etc. Finally, the conclusion will be a final assessment quiz through Google Documents, Understanding Place Value.